Good morning. Today we are going to discuss about the bus structure, performance measures and clock rate. So this is under module number 1, that is a basic structure of computers and machine instructions and programs. So what is bus structure? So the simplest and most common way of interconnecting various parts of a computer. The computer is going to organize and it's just going to handle a various units, all kind of units in a computer, and it takes a one full word length into it. So here in bus structure, a group of lines is just connected to the common port, and it for several devices is called a bus, we can say. And a group of lines, or we can say it is a group of wires, it just carries the data and address, and then 1 bits per line. And here we have two types of bus structure we can see over here. So first thing we need to understand, it just serves as a connecting path for several devices, that is called bus structure. And we have two categories. One is single bus structure and another one is multiple bus structure. In single bus structure, it just transfers it transfer one at a time, and it is very low cost and very flexible. And because all buses don't have a same speed, so only the concept is to get a reasonable speed of information, only we are doing all these things. And so it's not at all same kind of speed, and this one, so that we are using the buffer register, or we can say it is a cache registers, or we can say it is an electronic registers. So here what is happening, the instruction from the processor are at once loaded into these buffer registers. It just take a task, like it just transfers the data at a faster rate. So this is happening here, and this is a very small capacity when compared to the main memory. And in this bus structure, we have input, output, memory and processor. And now the performance we will see, and it's nothing but how quickly a computer can execute the programs. The most important measure of the performance of a computer is how quickly it can execute the programs, and the speed with which a computer executes a program is affected by the design of its hardware. And for best performance, it is necessary to design the compilers and the machine instruction set and the hardware in a coordinated way. So we have an elapsed time and processor time. The total time required to execute the program is elapsed time, and it is a measure of performance of the entire computer system. It is total time required to execute the programs, and it is affected by the speed of the processor and the disk and the printer, we can say. For example, if you are working under the printer, multiple printer can't work, so it may affect the speed of the operation. So the time needed to execute an instruction is called the processor time, we can say. And just as the elapsed time for the execution of a program, it depends on all the units in a computer system. So the processor time depends on the hardware involved in the execution of individual machine instructions. So this hardware comprises the processor and the memory, which are usually connected by the bus. Like it depends on the hardware which is having an individual machine. And we already discussed about this cache memory. Why cache memory, or we can say it is a buffer register we are using. The pertinent parts are repeated, which includes a cache memory as a part of the processor unit. So let us examine the flow of program instructions and data between the memory and the processor. At the start of execution, all the program instructions and the required data are stored in the main memory. As the execution proceeds, instructions are fetched one by one over the bus into the processor, and a copy is placed in the cache. Later, if the same instructions or data item is needed a second time, it is read directly from the cache memory. That is how it is helpful. And the processor and relatively small cache memory can be fabricated on a single IC chip. That is this internal speed of performing the basic steps of instruction, how it can process, and how this will be done under this measures. And so this is how the operation the instructions from the instructions from the processor is at once loaded it into this cache memory, or we can say it is a buffer register, and it just take a task that it transfers at a faster rate, so that this will be in the process. And we will see the processor clock and basic performance equation. Clock cycle. So clock cycle is the speed of a computer processor, or we can say it is a CPU. A clock cycle is a single period of an oscillating clock signal, and to execute a machine instruction, the processor divides the action to be performed into a sequence of basic steps such that each step can be completed in one clock cycle. So like for example, we can say P P is the length of one clock cycle and R is the clock rate, and relation between P and R is given by R equals to 1 by P, which is measured in cycles per second, or cycles per second is also called the hertz, we can say. So this is nothing but a speed of computer processor, or we can say it is a CPU. So this is how these steps explain this diagram, like one clock cycle. So each clock cycle having a machine. To execute a machine instruction, the processor divides the action to be performed into a sequence of basic steps such that each step can be completed in one clock cycle, like this. So SPEC rating will see running time on the reference computer by running time on the computer under test. That is, the rating is the whole power 1 by n. So now we'll see the basic performance equation. The program execution time, that is T equal to N into S divided by R. So T is nothing but the total time, total time required to execute, and N is nothing but the instruction for a single program, and S is for the required instruction for a single program, and R is nothing but a clock rate. So equation 1 is referred to as a basic performance equation, and T is the processor time required to execute a program, and N is the actual number of instructions for the single program, and S is the average number of basic steps needed to execute one machine instruction, and R is the clock rate in cycles per second. See, we already discussed this performance measurement in SPEC rating, and this is nothing but a running time on the reference computer by running time on the computer under test. This is a whole power 1 by n, we can say here. And this is the clock rate. We have two possibilities for increasing the clock rate. First thing, we have to improve the integrated circuit, which reduces the time needed to complete a basic step, which allows the clock period to be reduced and clock rate to be increased. Second thing, we have to reduce the amount of processing done in one basic step, and also makes it possible to reduce the clock period. So how much possibilities we can, this is depend upon the performance basic measures, so that we can take this clock rate based on the performance. Thank you.